Welcome back. Today we're doing something deliciously historical. We're talking about pizza, that food everyone claims to love the most. But the big question is, how did a simple flatbread turn into a worldwide obsession?
And how did we end up with everything from a classic margherita to slices topped with, well, just about anything? Let's go back, way back, to the idea that started it all, putting toppings on bread.
Right. Long before anyone used the word pizza, people in ancient civilizations were baking flatbreads. Think of them as the original edible plates. In places like the Mediterranean, it was common to bake bread and add oil, herbs, maybe some onions. Simple, practical, and tasty.
So the concept is ancient, but the pizza we recognize really begins to take shape in Italy, especially in Naples. And the timing matters. Naples was a busy port city with lots of working-class people who needed cheap, filling food they could eat quickly.
Exactly. By the 1700s and 1800s, you start seeing something much closer to modern pizza in Naples. Flat rounds of dough topped with things that were affordable: garlic, lard, salt, maybe small fish. Not fancy, but perfect street food.
But one ingredient changes everything: tomatoes. Because tomatoes arrived in Europe after being brought from the Americas. For a while, people were suspicious of them. Some Europeans even thought they were dangerous.
Which is wild, because now it's hard to imagine pizza without tomato sauce. But once tomatoes became accepted, especially among poorer communities, they became a natural topping. They were flavorful, cheap, and they could stretch a meal.
Now, we have to talk about the story everyone loves, the Margherita. The popular tale goes that in 1889, a Neapolitan pizzaiolo named Raffaele Esposito made a pizza for Queen Margherita of Savoy. He topped it with tomato, mozzarella, and basil, red, white, and green like the Italian flag.
And whether every detail of that legend is perfectly documented or not, the bigger point stands. Pizza was moving from poor people's street food into something that could represent national identity and pride.
But it still took time for pizza to spread beyond Naples. For a long stretch, it was very regional. If you lived elsewhere in Italy, you might not have eaten it often, or at all.
So how does pizza go global? Immigration. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, many Italians moved to the United States and brought their food traditions with them. At first, pizza was mainly found in Italian neighborhoods, something you'd eat if you grew up with it.
And then it starts to catch on. People outside the community try it, like it, and the demand grows. Early pizzerias begin popping up in American cities. Over time, pizza becomes less of an immigrant specialty and more of a mainstream favorite.
World War II is a huge turning point too. American soldiers stationed in Italy tasted pizza and came home craving it. Suddenly, it wasn't just that Italian food. It was something people actively looked for.
And once it becomes popular, it evolves fast. In the US, you see regional styles appear. New York-style slices, thin, foldable, perfect for eating on the go. Chicago deep dish, thick, rich, almost like a pie you eat with determination.
Then comes industrialization. Chains, delivery, frozen pizza. Pizza becomes not only food, but a system, something you can mass-produce, ship, and order with a phone call. And that convenience helps it spread across the world.
Which leads to one of my favorite parts of pizza history: local adaptations. In different countries, people take the basic idea, dough, topping, heat, and make it their own. Different cheeses, sauces, spices, meats, vegetables. Even different crust styles.
And at the same time, there's been a return to tradition. In Naples, pizza makers have fought to protect the classic methods. Specific ingredients, specific techniques, that soft, airy crust with charred spots from high-heat ovens.
So pizza today is this amazing combination of old and new. It's ancient in concept, modern in execution, and constantly changing depending on who's eating it and where.
If you think about it, that might be why pizza is so loved. It's simple enough to be universal: bread, heat, flavor, but flexible enough to fit almost any culture or mood.
And maybe that's the real history of pizza, not just one origin story, but a long chain of people, bakers, street vendors, immigrants, home cooks, each adding a little something.
Alright, last question before we wrap. If you had to pick one slice that represents history, what are you choosing?
I'm going classic. A simple margherita, because it's the best reminder that a few ingredients, done well, can travel the world.
Great pick. And that's our 5-minute trip through pizzas past. Thanks for listening. Now go enjoy a slice with a little extra appreciation for the history baked into it.